Do you ever wonder if that girl thinks about you during her day? In any case, she should be, because if you aren't on her mind, some other guy is. It can be her crush at work, in school, or even just at the coffee shop. The point is, if you want to win her over, you have to make sure she's fixated on you, and only you in the first place. Once you've successfully done so, it'll act like a protective barrier of a sort. She won't entertain any other guy longer than necessary, because in the back of her mind, she'll be thinking about you. Now, this doesn't just happen at random. Some men are naturally gifted to the extent that they can extract this desire from within her with ease, but some need more work to hone their skill. Today, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know on how to implant yourself in her mind. Don't mistake these for manipulative tactics, because they aren't any. They're simply the rules of the game. If you're not doing them, some other guy will be, and he'll be comfortably living in her dome, so the choice is yours to make. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. And the very first and most important part of the entire guide is don't be present too often. If you want her to think about you, you can't always be there. Seriously, brother, I'll repeat it. Don't always be there. What many guys tend to believe is that no other guy will be able to squeeze in as long as you're always stuck to her. But if you're always there, you look desperate, and not to mention, very clingy. And trust me, desperation has never won the heart of a girl. The goal is to make her think about you, right? She can't think about you if she doesn't even get a chance to. Hence, you want to be sporadic in your presence. You don't want to be too distant either, as that shows a disinterest, which will push her to move on. You want to tap in and tap out regularly, making the highs high enough that she misses you when you're not around. Point number 2, you must go slow. As a man, I know you want to rush. You want her to think about you, and the next day you ask her out, and then the day after that, you start dating. But the reality is, if you want her to think about you, you need to go slow. It's like making a stew. Yeah, you can cook it quickly, but the authentic flavors rise over time. You need to build the tension between you two, and that takes time. Therefore, sit back and relax in your seat. You can only do so much in the end anyways. Allow nature to do its slow magic. Number 3, ease off the texts. Texting is how we all communicate in the modern world. It's quick, it's easy. It lets both parties be on their own time without having to compromise. But there's a point where it becomes too much. This is the mistake I see so many men make. They come across a new chick, get a little comfortable, and then start texting her 24/7. Now, if a girl texts frequently, it's different. But when a man does it, it gives off 2 ideas. 1, either he has nothing better to do and is overly available, or second, he's desperate and has never had someone reciprocate his attention. Both are equally pathetic images to build for yourself. So brothers, I advise you to be wise in how you text. On the regular, utilize it for important updates. And if a conversation steers up, keep it brief and lighthearted. Leave the heavier topics and discussions for when you're with her in person. Next, point number 4, be spontaneous. If you typically text each other at night, switch the routine up. Women are turned on by spontaneity, and doing things out of the routine will make her think about you. Why? Because you're breaking the pattern that you've developed with her. She usually knows when you go to work or when you're going to text her. By not sticking to the routine, you keep her on her toes and yourself on her mind. Point number 5, surprise her every once in a while. You don't need to always take her on romantic picnics or lay under the stars. If that's what you really want to do, go ahead, but most don't, and they do just fine. Thing is, surprises don't need to be big and fancy. That's only a misconception a lot of guys have. In reality, they just need to have some effort and thought put into them. Surprise her with a book she's really been wanting, or something that reminded you of her. You don't want to make too big of a deal about it. A simple, "Hey, I thought you'd like this," and hand it to her. Trust me, she won't be able to stop thinking about it. The reason being, since you've acted nonchalant till now, she's been doubting if you're actually into her. You think you can't tell, but when a girl likes you, she can't tell at all if you're into her or not. And the most important point to aid that idea is point number 6. Never get all mushy with that girl. Of course, you like her a lot, and you want to make your intentions clear. But if you want to make a girl think about you, You'll want to keep your emotions low-key in the beginning. You may be feeling emotional and blind in love, and you may want to express all of those emotions you're feeling. But trust me, this will only be seen as looking desperate, especially early on. People have this idea that men are supposed to chase. False. Men do approach first, but it's women who choose the guy they want to obsess over. Point number 7. Know that desire comes from a sense of uncertainty. When you manage to get yourself into the head of a girl, it's because you rattled her mind a little bit. You took her off her routine. This is essentially what makes her think about you. You've made yourself different from the other guys, and you present to her a side of mystery that the others don't show. It's that uncertainty which cultivates further desire. Remember that always. Point number 8. Remember details. When you are talking to her, really pay attention. Don't gloss over the details. Try to remember when she said her mom's birthday was, or where she is going this weekend. This way, in some other future talk, you can bring up those bits of information that you kept in mind. When you remember those little details no one else does, that girl will think about you, and in a way, you want her to. Point number 9. Make plans. Setting up plans with a girl will make her think about you all the way till you're out together. She will worry about what to wear or how to style her hair. Even if you don't know if she likes you, plan something fun to do together. Be like, I'm busy the next couple of days, but let's go bowling on Saturday night. Best believe, you will be in her mind the entire week. And lastly, number 10, just be patient. She will not just start thinking of you for no reason. You can't expect to compliment her once or follow up about her family reunion and then expect to get constant texts from her there on out. This is a long-running game. You need to be patient. Show her that you are the guy she wants, and you'll inadvertently book your special spot in her mind. There you have it. Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you support the channel down below by liking and subscribing for future content. See you in the next one. Stay blessed.